Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Make sure you hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe button, do all that fun stuff. Make sure you go over to Rebelwithoutareason.com to get all of your fun merchandise over there. You get your Trump stuff, your Rebel stuff, your alien gear, whatever you want. You'll find a link to the show over there as well. It'll take you right to Rumble. Make sure you click on that. You know, they are known to hide the show from you guys from time to time. So if you go to Rebelwithoutareason.com, the link's right there. Click that shop all button and get some fun stuff for yourself or your family for the shopping season. Use that Rebel code Rebel for 10% off at the checkout. Get yourself something cool at Rebelwithoutareason.com. What's up, guys and girls? No. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Let me know if we got any audio issues. Might need to update this situation here. Shout out to all the Rumble folks over there on Rumble. Holding it down. Let's see where we're going to go first. Got a bunch of stuff because I've missed a few days. Missed a couple days here and there. Oh, this is perfect. I'm going to kick this off with the... We're going to do the whole story. But we'll get started with this one right here. Fleeing suspect attempted to hide in a porta potty in a Wisconsin golf course only to be thwarted by a golfer. So this guy had robbed somebody. We're going to get into the whole actual news story here in a second. But he hid in the porta potty and the dude knocked the shit over. And the cops came, literally.
Yeah, you need to get out. Let me out. Taking the second overall, or are there two of them in there? Come out.
Crawl out, dude. Don't do anything stupid.
Get on the ground.
My favorite story of the day. A golfer helped police in Glendale, Wisconsin to make their arrest after he spotted a suspect running into a porta potty. He tipped the mobile bathroom over with the door facing the ground so the man couldn't escape. By the time police found him, he was yelling to get out. The man was one of 4 suspects who led police on a pursuit in a stolen car. They were all captured. This guy was taken into custody. And yeah, you can imagine.
Gross.
Yeah, you need to get out.
Gross. Hey. Yeah, I remember that, Ernest. Let me go to YouTube and find that clip right quick. Did y'all ever watch Ernest Goes to Jail or Ernest Goes to Camp back in the day? That shit was classic. Ew. Ernest was the bomb back in the day. If y'all don't know already, you better find it out. What's up, Stanton? Good to have you here, sir. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. I appreciate y'all. In the hell? Go back here and click this button to make it do it. Jumping all over the place again. Starting it off right. Yeah, Ernest Goes to Camp, man. That's a good kids movie. If you hadn't let your kids watch that, it's a good kids movie. Let's get this thing started off. ABL posted this a second ago, talking about the kids nowadays going to school, and they're 5 years old. This young lady's going to tell you about how she's got a dance class trying to get these kids in order, and they're telling her, "You ain't my mama. I ain't got to listen to you," and all this mess. Come on, man. What's up with these parents nowadays? ABL posted this one here. Shout out to ABL.
In pre-K to elementary school to high school, I'm calling you out. The children today, I have never experienced, and I'm 22. Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. I teach 5-year-olds ballet. 5-year-old girls ballet. I have a class of 10 students. They don't respect any authority. You ask them, can you stand in your designated spot? They're telling you no and shut up. They're throwing things at each other. They're throwing things at other people, other classmates. You say, can everybody sit in their spot? I don't want to. I'm not doing that. You don't get to tell me what to do. You're not my mom. You confront the parent. The parent tries to argue with you and fuss at you because you tried to reprimand and redirect their kid. I told a young little girl, please sit in your spot. You're not my mom. You don't tell me what to do. Okay. When her mom came to pick her up, I said, hey, your daughter's having a hard time following instructions. And 7 times today I've had to redirect her to just sit in her spot. Well, clearly she didn't want to sit, and mind you, this is a mom. Clearly she didn't want to fucking sit right there. So, I mean, if she's telling you she don't want to do something, why keep asking her to do it? You know she's not going to do it. What world do we live in? Like, what in you guys' brain as a parent says, my kid not following any directions is a great thing. It's not that serious, and y'all don't have a right to tell her what to do. It's sad. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And another thing that's heart-wrenching, it's horrifying. It is horrifying. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking to listen to Pound Town and Ski Yee. Your daughters, your 5-year-old daughters are asking, can we hear Pound Town? I'm playing them Princess Tiana ballet music.
Why are they even going to ballet class if they listen to Ski Yee? If they want to hear Pound Town, why are they even in ballet class? They're not doing no ballet to that. Fuck out of here. What's wrong with the parents nowadays? And that shit's acceptable. I was talking to one of my customers today about that shit. Well, actually, it was yesterday. He was talking about the price of daycare. That shit's expensive as hell. You already know that. But you got to deal with parents that don't take care of their kids. They expect the schools to raise them and the daycares to raise them. They don't give them no kind of, well, not all parents, obviously, but some of them don't give them no kind of guidance when they go in there. Before they go in there, they don't have no rules at home. They ain't got no respect for nobody at home. No home training. Go in there acting a damn fool. You got me fucked up. Let's move on. This is for my New York people out there. New York people, listen up. There's a bulletin that's warning of a terror threat in New York. What's going on here? Let's find out.
Thank you, Jerika. CBS News has obtained a security alert suggesting an increasing terrorist threat to New York State. The New York State Intelligence Bulletin points to Israeli operations against Hamas, and specifically that the increase in civilian casualties raises the likelihood that violent extremist threat actors will seek to conduct attacks against targets in the West, with New York State being a focus. The alert says possible targets include protests and other public events. Police in New York maintaining a highly visible security presence around potential targets like synagogues. And while there's no specific or credible threat, security for this week's Thanksgiving Day parade is at a high level with the full deployment of thousands of New York City police officers. The intelligence bulletin emphasizes that anti-Palestinian chatter has also been observed on multiple social media channels, with pro-Israeli advocates calling for violence against Palestinians and those who support them. The greatest threat comes from lone actors who take inspiration from violent rhetoric, much of it online. Today, New York's governor called on social media companies to take an aggressive approach to shut them down. Jerika.
Catherine Herridge, thank you for that.
Yeah, old Hochul was talking about misinformation. They're going to give y'all some re-education for your children up there in the New York school system. They need some re-education, though. Some of these damn kids. We'll get to all that here in just a second. Through some of the teenagers that beat the hell out of Jonathan Lewis and killed him, they were in court today. 16, 17, 17, 16 are being charged with second-degree murder. Here they are right here in the courtroom.
23 CR 087 003. 23 CR 087. We're going to start with Mr. Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez, present.
Here you are. Karen Colley, here on behalf of Mr. Hernandez, who's also best in custody.
Okay, Mr. Hernandez, did you receive a copy of this criminal visit?
Yeah.
Okay, do you understand the charge against you?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to appoint Ms. Conway to represent you. Mr. Bieber. Mr. Bieber, have you received a copy of the code? Can you do all together out loud because the court reporter is to use out every reader? Yes. Okay? Do you understand the charges against you? Okay? I'm going to appoint Mr. Grassa to represent you.
Thank you, Judge. Just to be clear, I'm standing in for my father, Attorney Gabriel Grassa.
Yes, the record will be clear as to Gabriel Grassa.
Thank you.
Thank you, counsel. Mr. Robinson? All right, Mr. Robinson, did you receive a copy of the bill?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand the findings?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to appoint Mr. Graskovich to represent you. And Mr. Redgall, did you receive a copy of the bill? Do you understand the findings?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to appoint the office of the special.
I hope they give these motherfuckers life in jail. You know they ain't going to though. They'll be out on bond tomorrow probably. What's up, Anthony?
Your Honor, the state and all defense counsel have come to an agreement. We're not going to address bail today. However, we are all going to agree that the defendants be remanded to juvie custody. The case will remain in front of Your Honor, but they will be housed at juvie for the future, probably 2014.
Yeah, we'd like to come back for a status check once they've had a chance to look at the discovery and probably set a prelim from there.
They need to put them in the
Accommodate that.
Okay. The 14th of December?
Yes.
Is what everyone would like? Okay, all right. It'll be the court's order that the defendants are remanded to the juvenile facility pursuant to the stipulation of counsel, and we'll set a status check on the 14th for discovery.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you.
but they put him in the juvenile facility. Out there doing grown up shit, killing people, but you get to be put in the juvenile facility. Put him in there with the big boys, them hardcore motherfuckers, and show them what time it is. Idiots. Dumb as hell. If the shoe was on the other foot, boy, you'd be having riots all over the fucking place. But that's a whole nother story. Let's see what's going on in Plano, Texas. Speaking of Plano, a Plano done ran into this damn building right here. Emergency crews are responding to a plane crash where multiple vehicles are on fire with reported injuries. Currently, multiple law enforcement and emergency crews are on the scene responding to a small plane that has crashed in Plano, Texas. So they got audio. Shit's on fire. Yeah, they'll be out before Christmas, I'm sure. Dude, you already know. And no one's have to battle. G.I. Joe. What's up with your boy with his birthday? His birthday was yesterday on the 20th. Happy birthday to Satan himself. Joe Biden's bitch ass. Look at all them candles on that damn cake. Wouldn't it be some shit if they burned down the White House with Joe Biden's cake? Accidental, of course. That's your man right there. Set it on fire, you sons of a bitch. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button, all that fun shit. Bringing you all the cool stuff. Let's check out these hover packs that got head-mounted machine guns on them now. Check this. They worried about your AR-15 and they got flying people with the Iron Man jetpacks on with the head-mounted machine guns. Tearing it up. What's up, Devon? Crazy as hell. And dude, this is just the stuff that they're showing us now. Imagine how far advanced they are past this point already. I mean, we're seeing this in its almost usable testing phase. I saw them going across the damn ship the other day. They were going flying right up onto that bitch. Like, wow, dude. From across the way. Speaking of that, go to, we'll get to it here in a minute. What's up, SC Wolverines in the house? Oh yeah, check that shit out now. This one's from Andy No. A Trantifa comrade, pronouns she, her, in Florida, allegedly stabbed a man to death and set his home on fire with the body. Now, far-left networks are fundraising cash to try to free the suspect. Matthew Tamayo is booked into jail as a white male. Let's go see his photo. Yeah. Holy shit, get that out of here. Wow. This is a she, her right here. That he got booked into jail as a white male. Antifa-linked far-left militants are fundraising for the release and legal aid of a Florida far-left trans activist accused of murdering a man, setting fire to his home and burglarizing his property. Matthew Daniel Tamil, who uses the alias and trans name Dandelion, was arrested in September over the March murder of a man in Hawthorne, Putnam County, Florida. The 23-year-old Minnesota native is accused of stabbing Louis Stackhouse to death, then setting his mobile home on fire before going on the run with the victim's vehicle. Tamayo was found driving the stolen 2008 Saturn Sky in Tampa during a traffic stop. Tamayo attempted to flee but was caught. I mean, that's a dude right there. I'm sorry to tell you. Trans lesbian, is that what we got here now? Codename Dandelion, exactly. The website of extremist Antifa-linked group, the Anarchist Foundation, put out a fundraising notice on November 19th about Tamayo, who uses she, her pronouns. Good Lord.
Dandelion is a trans femme, Pulanen, youth anarchist incarcerated in Florida. We aim to free her and help her support her needs while she's inside.
Tamayo was indicted by a Putnam County grand jury on charges of first-degree homicide, first-degree arson, burglary, and theft. Because the judge denied Tamayo bond, the far-left activists say funds are raised for their comrade will go to
maintaining inside contact, software, or other materials, as well as support for other marginalized relatives in captivity with her.
Can you do that? Raise funds for somebody else in there? Toward the end of the campaign, it says the money will also go to the unnamed people running the campaign. Oh, of course. There it is right there. Unnamed. Nothing to see here. Move along, please. That hair is through, though. Get it together, girlfriend. It is unknown when Tamayo relocated to Florida, but she is originally from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Get the fuck out of here. Near Minneapolis, and has a history of militant far-left activism there. In July 2021, Tamayo was involved in a direct action in Pennington County, Minnesota, where she climbed. I can't stand the she. We need to get out of this. Where homeboy climbed on the excavator and locked himself there. Tamayo was charged with a felony and misdemeanor trespass on a critical infrastructure. Homeboy's LinkedIn says that he was a student at Augsburg University in Minneapolis until 2021, studying youth studies. Underwater basket weaving, you ain't got nothing to do. Ain't nobody gonna hire you for youth studies. What jobs are hiring for that? Besides protesters and vandalizers. Ain't nobody got time for that. Far-left activists in the U.S. have long supported and advocated for comrades accused and convicted of serious violent crimes. Adherents of the prison abolition ideology believe there should never be prison time for comrades, no matter the nature of the crime. So this person can kill somebody and burn their fucking house on fire, set their house on fire with the body in there and run away from the cops and nothing's supposed to happen to them? All right. Antifa members and far-left allies in Portland, Oregon fundraised and covered the $2.1 million state bond for Malik Fard Muhammad in 2021, who was later convicted of multiple counts of attempted murder. In February this year, Oakland prison abolitionist Jennifer Angel was dragged to her death during a violent robbery. Her family and friends asked prosecutors not to jail her accused assailants who are black. Dumb. What are you, dumb? Dumb as hell. That's That's how you do it nowadays. You want to get out of a crime just so you change your gender over. I'm in the middle of a switch. When did you decide to do that?
Oh, just now. I felt just right now I want to do that switch over.
All right, then. Do whatever you want. Let's keep this thing going here. Yeah, I do remember that song. That was funny. And that when you watch it now, you're like, damn, that was like the very beginning of what was being like the woke type digging under the skin and kind of getting it started, you know, just kind of messing around with it. Because they weren't political like that. They had nothing to do. They was dancing, looking fine as hell. They didn't have no political shit going on. But then here they go. Let's do this one here. Longtime Houston lawyer arrested, accused of smuggling paper laced with drugs into the courthouse. Say what? Not the courthouse. I'm sorry, the prison.
Crazy story just down the interstate. A 77-year-old retired defense attorney finds himself on the other side of the law tonight.
He barely walking in
Lewis
this
is accused of smuggling drug-laced paper into the Harris County Jail. Now, his arrest comes after months of investigating. Detectives are now looking at whether those drugs could be linked to 2 jail deaths over the summer.
Investigators believe that more attorneys could also be involved. Marcelina Benito breaks down the charges Lewis faces.
Oh, hell no. He could be connected to 2 deaths that happened there. Normally, when you're selling that shit on the street, if you kill somebody, they'll put your ass in jail. He's old as hell, too. That mask half falling off his face.
We're going to leave no stone unturned.
Tonight, a Harris County Sheriff's Office jail narcotics investigation expanding as investigators closely scrutinize everyone that has access to the jail.
No one's immune from these, whether, again, it be our own staff or it could be a contractor that comes in. It could be family members. It could be attorneys.
It's this man, 77-year-old Ronald Lewis, at the center of the investigation. The retired defense attorney accused of smuggling in 154 pieces of paper laced with ecstasy and synthetic marijuana to 14 different inmates. After 4 months of investigation, they arrested Lewis Friday during a jail visit.
During the arrest, Mr. Lewis had 11 sheets of paper in his possession believed to be laced with narcotics.
Detectives learned inmates would pay Lewis between $250 to $500 for the drug.
Dude, I was going to say, what the hell would be his motivation for doing that shit? You know? Other than money, $250 to $500 each time. Let me know which view y'all like better, with this shit next to me over here like this, or you like it like this right there. So I'm down here in my little box. Trying to make it so you can see everything better. It's not you, it's the consumer. You let me know what you like better. The only problem with that one is you can't zoom in on it very good. You just make the box bigger. The other one has a better view. This is in Houston, SC Wolverines. So he had 14 inmates, $250 to $500 a pop. Papa was raking it in, dude. He's about to get in trouble. Number 1 or number 2? Number 1 or number 2? Number 1 or number 2? Yeah, Stan says, didn't he make enough money being a lawyer? I don't know, dude. He's got 14 different clients in there. He might be, what they call that shit when you don't have an attorney. They pay for it for you. Okay, cool. So you like this one, good. Let's keep going.
Papers. Investigators were tipped off to what was happening over the summer after the sudden death of 2 inmates.
I think this investigation is just beginning.
KHOU legal analyst Carmen Rowe says Lewis could be in far more serious legal trouble.
When these autopsies come back, if they can connect these 2 deaths with the drugs that were brought in by Mr. Lewis, they're going to charge him with murder.
Lewis was in court today to face a judge, but didn't answer questions. For now, Sheriff Ed Gonzalez says new security protocols are in place at the jail, including the use of paper provided by the jail for any documents handed to inmates.
Yeah, public defender. Thank you, Stanton. Public something. It was public defender. He probably don't make a whole lot of money. If he's got 14 cases in there, 14 different clients, he's in there all day, every day working with all of them. So what do they do with ecstasy for in jail? Pillow talk? Dude, they do all kinds of stuff. I saw him one day cooking lamb, like Philly cheesesteaks or big ass taco meal on the big metal bed. That it's basically like a stainless steel grill now because all the paint's worn off of it and shit. They oil it up and fry up their meat and shit in there, making these big ass burritos. Putting the heat underneath the bottom of the thing, catching a little fire in there or whatever, or a heating plate. I can't remember exactly how they did it, but they got the whole thing hot. Cooking some big ass burritos in there. I'm like, what are y'all doing, man? You got to make do with what you got, I guess, but shit.
Tonight,
It's a fucking party in there is my whole point.
Sheriff's Office confirming Lewis may not be the only one smuggling drugs into the jail. Other attorneys could be doing the very same thing.
Wow.
I think there will be inmates. I think there will be other lawyers and people who are looked at who could have assisted this attorney in getting that paperwork in there in the volume that he did over the amount of time that he did. So I don't think that attorneys are the only target as we move forward with the investigation.
So she said paperwork. However, they're helping move paperwork along. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll give a folder with some shit inside there maybe. Pass that off to one lawyer. You give that to that one guy. You give that to the other guy. Shit, it's about to go down in this case.
All right, Marcelino Benito reporting tonight. Lewis has since bonded out of jail.
Now, if he's found guilty, the 77-year-old could face up to 10 years in prison.
Still ahead here at
77. Either way it goes, that might be a life sentence for him, dude. Old as hell. Yeah, he hit it right under that mask. Dude, it makes me sad to see people so old falling for that shit, still with the mask on. Dude, it's been 3 fucking years, people. Goddamn, come on with it. 3 years later. All right, let's watch this good guy with a gun story. Pasco County man killed by a homeowner in an apparent robbery attempt. So this guy attempted to rob him and he fucked around and found out.
So the Pasco County Sheriff's Office is on scene of a deadly shooting that happened this morning. That shooting happened at the Trinity Palms at Seven Springs Apartments in Newport Richey.
One man is dead, but the Pasco Sheriff's Office believes this is a case of a homeowner defending themselves. 8 on Your Side's Jeff Patterson joins us from that apartment complex with what he's learned. Jeff?
Take it, Jeff.
Good evening, Stacy and Josh. The Pasco County Sheriff's Office tells us an armed man tried to break into an apartment here earlier today. A person inside of the apartment then used their own weapon to shoot and kill the armed intruder. Pasco County Sheriff's deputies and crime scene technicians spent the morning going over the crime scene and interviewing witnesses. The Sheriff's Office says it's an ongoing investigation, but they believe there is no threat to the public. People we spoke with who live at the complex have plenty of their own questions about what happened.
Do we know if it was personal because it's broad daylight in the middle of the day, deep in a gated complex? So is it a robbery? Is it something? Is it somebody they know? I want to know that because
the Sheriff's Office says their early investigation shows this was a robbery attempt, and the person living in the apartment shot and killed a man trying to break in. Berto Varela is not surprised it ended the way it did.
There's a reason why, there's laws in place, and I would have done the same thing myself if I was in his shoes.
The Pasco County Sheriff's Office has not yet identified the person who was killed here earlier today or the person who shot them. The Sheriff's Office says this is still an open and active investigation. Live in Pasco County, Jeff Patterson, 8 on Your Side.
Hopefully,
the Pasco County Sheriff's
hopefully nothing nefarious will happen there. They'll probably try to say it was a drug deal gone bad or something, but hey, fuck around and find out, man. You try to break into somebody's house, you're gonna get that heat sometimes. Stanton said, as a business owner, I got grilled by a judge for using a public lawyer. Then the public lawyer told the judge I was paying him. Oh, wow. Case dismissed right then and there. Why would he tell him that he was paying him? That you were paying him? That shit's illegal as fuck. Found out the judge's best friend was the public lawyer and hired him. It's who you know. Oh, for sure, dude. For sure. Krabby, what's going on, Krabby? Turtles in the house. Dude, there was a guy that that Boomhauer ran into, and he was talking about how he wrote this book that was talking about lawyers being corrupt. And after he wrote that book, the FBI was onto him and shit. All kinds of stuff, man. I never read the book, but it was a true story because I looked it up on Amazon. I can't remember the name of the book off the top of my head. He'll text me later and tell me after he watches this broadcast. But yeah, according to him, lawyers in and out of the whole system are corrupt all over. So do what you will with that information. Allegedly. We good, man. Y'all ready for the holidays? We got 2 days till Thanksgiving. It's going to be a crazy Thanksgiving at Hulk Hogan's house because his son was just arrested for another DUI. Check this out.
7, the son of wrestling star Hulk Hogan, Nick Balea, slammed his car into a...
Dude, look at that car. You remember last time he got into a DUI crash, he almost killed his damn friend. Watch this shit. Look at that car.
...in Clearwater. That crash left the passenger, his friend John Graziano, permanently disabled. Balea served only a few months in jail. Well, now Nick Balea is in trouble again. As Annie Mapp explains, he was arrested over the weekend and charged with another DUI.
It's here on Gulf to Bay Boulevard in Clearwater where officers say Hulk Hogan's 33-year-old son, Nicholas Balea, didn't move over for officers with their emergency lights on. That caused them to pull him over, and they believe alcohol was behind his careless driving. This video shows Nicholas Balea arriving to the Pinellas County Jail early Saturday morning. Police believe he was driving drunk.
If you're going to drink, then you don't drive.
An affidavit obtained by 8 on Your Side states Balea didn't follow instructions from an officer with the flashlight, asking him to move over for emergency vehicles. Not only that, police say he was traveling 51 miles per hour in a 40 mile per hour speed zone. When pulled over, an officer states Balea smelled like alcohol, but refused to take a...
Damn, dude, he looks old as hell. I don't know if this is the same kid. Is this the same kid that was on the show with him back in the day? Wow, he's grown up, dude. Holy crap. That's the same one. He don't even look like himself.
Breathalyzer test. He did take a field sobriety test where officers say he performed poorly. Mothers Against Drunk Driving say they aren't surprised to learn of his arrest.
It's very sad. You would hope that somebody learned their lesson, and especially when there was an injury at one point. But we see this, that there are repeat offenders.
John Graziano was Balea's passenger on August 26, 2007, when Balea crashed into a tree. Police say Hulk Hogan's son was driving under the influence during that crash. It's a day that changed Graziano's life forever, leaving him permanently disabled.
Wow.
The Baleas reached a...
Well, that's what's so fucked up about drunk drivers. Is that they never get hurt, dude. They never fucking get hurt in a DUI crash. And people say it's because their bodies go all limp and shit because they're already drunk as hell anyway, so they're just kind of flying through limbo. And the passengers almost always get fucked up. The other people involved get fucked up, but never the fucking driver. Yeah, I guess that show was 30 years ago. Holy shit, don't... I just aged myself, I guess. We getting old, in other words. Let's keep going.
$5 million settlement with his family.
The entire Balea family.
Wow, $5 million they had to pay for that man. But dude, that ain't even worth it. You're stuck in that shit probably for the rest of your life. They said permanently disabled too. $5 million, is that enough money? I don't know, man.
The entire Balea family feels a lot of love and cares a lot for John. And they hope and pray that his recovery continues.
Nicholas Balea spent 8 months in jail for that crash that happened in 2007.
8 months in jail.
Now, for the DUI over the weekend, he made bond and was released from jail. Reporting in Clearwater, Annie Map 8 on your side.
He made that bond and get out of jail. Hey, money can get you anything you want in the world. Get you out of jail. You can run over people, half kill people. It don't matter. Six, what's up? Six is in the house. Yeah, I'd rather be able to walk too. That shit is no fun. Fucking with somebody in a wheelchair. It's a totally different life, dude. I mean, I feel so bad for everybody involved in that type of thing. Let me do something right quick. I need to change this thing out. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for me. I appreciate y'all. And hit that little bell to get them notifications. Follow me on all these platforms right here. I'm about to change this because it's got the old Twitter thing on it. Let me add another overlay. Doing this while I'm live. I never did it while I was live before, so it might be all whacked out. Boom, got the new X on there. I need to put that True Social on there too, so that'll be changed again soon. Yeah, SC Wolverine says a deal with a lot of people like that at work, car crashes and stuff. It doesn't look fun at all. Nah, man, it's not fun. Especially for if you're the nurse, so you know how to change somebody from the bed to the wheelchair and vice versa. And you got to do that for every shower time, every meal time, well, not every meal time, but if they want to get out of the hospital room or whatever, you know what I mean? But doing day-to-day stuff, getting out of bed, going anywhere and doing anything, it's a whole thing. Getting in and out of the car, if you don't have a special wheelchair van, it's a whole nother life, man. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah, here we go. We're talking about the re-education of the New Yorkers earlier. Oh, Hulk was ugly, scary looking ass. She's so scary, dude. Look at this bitch's face. Scary ass bitch. Watch her read this. See how her eyes are diverted down here. She's reading her little teleprompter, giving out her orders, reading her orders.
Today I'm directing the Director of Division of Homeland Security and Emergency
Directing the director.
Services to develop media literacy tools for K through 12 in our public schools.
Media literacy tools. What the fuck does that mean? They can't even read, first of all. I don't know about New York. They're probably better off, but you know how it is in Chicago. Most of some of these cities, they can't even fucking read. They want to re-educate them, but they don't even know how to read. They don't know continents. They don't know countries. They don't know how to tell time. They don't know how to multiply. They don't know nothing about money. Let's go again.
Today I'm directing the Director of Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services to develop media literacy tools for K through 12 in our public schools. This will teach students and even teachers to help understand how to spot conspiracy theories and misinformation, disinformation, and online hate. Start talking about what we're seeing out there. Give the teachers the tools they need to help these conversations in school. And by teaching younger New Yorkers about how to discern between digital fact and digital fiction, we can better inoculate them from hatred and the spread of it, and help prepare them for a very fast-moving and often confusing world. Today I'm directing the Director of Division of Homeland.
Shut up, bitch. Inoculate them. They say all the magic words. I love it. Reading her little cue cards the whole time. Scary looking bitch too. Look at that whore. Read it. Look at her looking down. Read it. Keep reading it. Yep. Want to read it more. Read it more. Keep reading it. Gonna read it. Yep. Read it some more. You raggedy bitch. They ready to re-educate y'all in the New York area. Get ready. Misinformation, disinformation. Fa la 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 la. Speaking of which, let's go to the global warming misinformation scene. See what happens to a field of solar panels after a hailstorm.
A hailstorm disaster in Nebraska, USA, reacted immediately and turned a multi-million-dollar investment, a solar park, into a pile of toxic debris. Within minutes, hail destroyed 14,000 solar panels with a total capacity of 5.2 megawatts. The complex was planned by the investors to produce green energy for 25 years, but in reality, it only made it to 4 years.
Yeah, they might ding me on that stupid ass music.
Multi-million-dollar investment, a solar park, into a pile of toxic debris. Within minutes, hail destroyed 14,000
solar panels, 1.21 gigawatts of energy destroyed in 1 second, in 14 minutes. And then what do? You got a whole fucking field of debris out there. You better get a dustpan. Oh yeah, that's why we're talking about New York. Let's stay on that. Mr. Eric Adams is doing such a good job running the city that the police department and the fire department, including sanitation, may not be spared from the next migrant cuts. Oh boy. You baby. The NYPD may still have more cuts to the department next year. Even with the next 5 police academy classes already being axed as part of this year's migrant cost cutting, the mayor revealed Tuesday. Whoa, what the fuck? The New York PD may still have more cuts to make more cuts to the department next year. Let me get this on her screen so you can see this right around. Even with the next 5 police academy classes already being axed. So they already know 5 more police academy classes, they being bumped up out of there. So 5 more classes of cops not going to even exist. What the hell?
We don't want to do anything that's going to endanger public safety. That's the foundation the city's built on.
Eric Adams said, but conceded
Everything is on the table.
except your paycheck, bitch. How about cutting some of them fancy ass trips to Turkey? All the little festivals that you get into. Multicultural events, riding the bikes, jumping the rope. What the fuck? What's up, Craig Jacobs in the house? Wow, you just popped up on my view list. Great to be here. Much love from Mississippi Gulf Coast, everyone. Well, good to have you here, sir. Everybody say hello to Craig Jacob. Welcome him to the club. Add new rebels all the time. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to them rebels, by the way, too. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate y'all. Boom. I'll be back on. Oh, might not be doing a show on Thursday because that's Thanksgiving. I hope everybody's going to have a good Thanksgiving. Have a good holiday. Eat some turkey, some ham if you get into it. Whatever your cultural delicacies may be. Enjoy it and have some fun with your family. While you can, because these motherfuckers trying to end the world. The NYPD, along with the FDNY and the DSNY, appeared to be spared from the next round of cuts after the memo went out to city agencies from the city budget director, Jacques Jai, that called on the city to slash migrant costs by 20%. I know a way you can slash it by 100% by getting them the hell up out of here. Bye. NYPD, FDNY, and the DSNY are exempt from the January PEG program, the program to eliminate the gap, out of concern that additional budget cuts at this time could impact public safety, health, and cleanliness. He wrote in a memo obtained by the Post, but the mayor reopened the door to more budget tightening later next year as part of an upcoming third round of 5% cost cutting to account for the ballooning migrant crisis. Worst mayor ever. I don't see no way out of it. His words himself. He's just going to keep cutting costs. They ain't going to have police officers soon. Yeah, check this shit out. It ain't just New York City. Look at this. The government and police in the nation's capital are handing out tracking devices and dashboard cameras to local drivers to help stem rising crime rates. Let's read it. Read it and weep, you bastards. The District of Columbia is combating car thefts and carjackings with dash cams and air tags. More ways to track people instead of actually putting people in jail. They want to track your stuff and everywhere that you go, but not them criminals. Why don't you put an ID tag on one of them damn criminals that says incarcerated? They get on my nerves. Officials in the police capital are handing out tracking devices and dash cameras. Jeff Pena contacted his father as soon as he heard that police show me nothing. We're passing out auto tracking devices and try to stem the sharp increase in carjackings, auto thefts, and other crimes in the nation's capital. This is the nation's capital, y'all. Washington. Crazy as hell. If you can't get crime under control in Washington, D.C., what's the hope for the rest of the nation? I don't understand. You would figure that that'd be like priority number one. That's where all the big wigs go. That's where all the heads of state hang out. But who am I? It's just crazy out there, said Pena, whose father, Raul Pena, drives for the rideshare app Lyft, especially now because Christmas is coming and nobody has any money. Well, yeah, that's why everybody's stealing shit, robbing shit. Ain't nobody got no money for no gifts. We'll just go out here and get that 5-finger discount. That's why the pair recently sat in line of cars winding around the block near Nations Park, city's pro baseball stadium, waiting their turn for a police officer to install the tracker, literally just an Apple AirTag. and show them how to use it. They're going to steal these air tags and put these shits on eBay and sell them. People crazy as hell. The initiative is a part of a multi-pronged anti-crime offensive launched by the Metropolitan Police Department and Mayor Muriel Bowser's government. Violent crimes, particularly homicide and car theft, have risen sharply, and the deputy mayor for public safety, Lindsay Apai, flatly stated before the House Judiciary Committee last month that the city is in the midst of a crime crisis. Well, duh. It's a tent city crime crisis, too. Drugs, fentanyl, prostitution, all kind of whack shit's going on out there. Come on, man. The elder Pino, who was 58, said he generally enjoyed driving and meeting new people, but had become much more cautious in recent months and stopped driving late at night. I do get nervous sometimes, he said. It's worse now because it gets dark so early in the winter. Right now, I feel very unsafe. There you go, President Biden. You got your citizens in your own town saying that they feel unsafe to be there. One week later, Fanita Dilworth told a similar story. The mother of 3 and grandmother of 2 was sitting in one of about a dozen vehicles waiting in the parking lot of the old RFK Stadium, the former home of the Washington's NFL team, for a city-sponsored handout of the dash cameras. They told me to get a camera and make sure somebody installs it for me. She laughed. If a person knows they're being recorded, they're less likely to do anything silly. We see camera footage of them doing all kind of silly stuff all the time. They don't care if they're being filmed. They got the mask on. They got the hoodie on. They need to outlaw them damn masks too, by the way. The cameras were free for any District of Columbia resident who drives for a rideshare company like Uber, Lyft, or Alto, or any food delivery service like DoorDash. Well, what about regular citizens? The AirTag trackers are available to any resident who lives in one of several designated auto theft hot zones. So you got to live in that particular hot zone in order to get that AirTag. Crazy as hell. And they spending money on that. Have no money to hire new officers, but you spend money on all that shit. Yes, exactly. I did see that. Craig Jacobs said, well, when they're trying to carjack Biden's granddaughter, you know everybody else is in deep, Kamichi. Yeah, Kimchi. I saw that, and the Secret Service shot at him too. Like, dude, they don't even know who they're breaking in the car of. They just saw a flat ass SUV out there and was like, dude, let's get that one. Boom, boom, boom. Fuck around and find out. Keep this shit going here. Investigators say a pipe bomb, booby traps, and a murder plot found inside a New Haven man's home. Let's watch this one here.
What appeared to be a pipe bomb, police say they found objects designed to be booby traps, and even that's not all they discovered. It all started when this man, 22-year-old Mason Johnson, allegedly used police equipment to stop a vehicle Sunday morning. Based on that complaint, Nelson County deputies were granted a warrant to search Johnson's home on Jim Clark Road in New Haven. When they arrived at the house, investigators made some shocking discoveries. Inside, they allegedly found a pipe bomb, spiked weapons, booby traps, and a makeshift spike strip. In Johnson's room, there was more. Multiple firearms and police equipment, including a baton, pepper spray, and tasers.
Wow.
Deputies also report finding body armor with law enforcement patches on it. But perhaps the most shocking came next. Deputies say they found schematics and plans for the kidnapping of Johnson's ex-girlfriend and the murder of another man.
Wow. So this dude was probably going to try to impersonate or probably has already been impersonating a police officer. They said he stopped several vehicles using police equipment. He's got body armor with police badges and shit on it and a plan to kill some people. Wow.
Over the summer, Johnson's ex had filed for and been granted a protection order by the court. As part of that order, Johnson was barred from possessing any firearms. Johnson now faces a slew of charges, including attempted murder, attempted kidnapping, use of a weapon of mass destruction, possession of a destructive or booby trap device.
Wow, holy shit, what was this? The use of a weapon of mass destruction? That was probably the bomb, huh? Possession of a destructive or booby trap device. I wonder if he had like the door to the place where he stored all that stuff booby trapped, or just his house in general. We'll try to read and find out.
Violation of a protective order and impersonating a peace officer. Late Monday night, investigators could still be seen searching inside and outside Johnson's home in New Haven. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms tells WLKY News ATF agents and certified bomb technicians are providing technical assistance to the Nelson County Sheriff's Office, which is leading this investigation. He'll face a judge tomorrow in Nelson County District Court where he will be arraigned for attempted kidnapping, attempted murder, and other charges. Reporting.
Wow, so just having the plans and having all the stuff gives him that attempted murder. Even though he didn't actually attempt it, he was planning to go forward with it. Crazy as hell. People crazy, man. So if I can find out what the yeah, he used that stuff to stop a vehicle. Found pipe bombs, spiked weapons, booby traps, and a makeshift spike strip. So this motherfucker has stuff planned out, so I'd like to talk to his ex and see what the hell happened. What type of person was this guy? He was going through all this planning to do that? Crazy. They found tasers, baton, pepper spray, body armor with law enforcement patches. They don't know the relation to the other man that he was trying to kill. Over the summer, Johnson's ex had been filed for and granted a protection order by the court. He was barred from possessing a firearm. So, do they come to your house at that point, or do you have to go turn them in? When they say, hey, you can't have any more firearms, we're going to come to your house and get that. Crazy. Man, that's crazy. Give me 1 second here. Probably didn't hear about this story. Somebody shooting herself at the damn Nashville airport. She accidentally shoots herself in the damn leg. Like an idiot. Let me fix this. But they said that she was trying to shoot herself in the head or something, and she missed and hit the ceiling or something. I have no idea. Let's watch.
For the first time, we're seeing inside BNA as police rush to stop a shooter who's opened fire in the airport. WSMV4 Investigates obtained this video and internal documents that show the whole thing unfolding.
Chief investigative reporter Jeremy Finley took his findings to a top security airport expert and asked, what does this say about security at the airport?
It's April 17th, 2022, and airport police are on the run. Go. Near the North baggage claim at BNA, a shooter has opened fire.
Where's she at?
Airport police come from several directions. The internal incident report shows there's a lot of people in the area. Officers advance, moving around a wall. Someone is lying on the floor.
Put your hands out in front of you right now.
That person is Sydney Thomas. Listen to what she says as officers approach.
Put your hands out in front of you right now.
Turns out Thomas is on the phone with her mother and is relaying what she's done.
I'm shot myself in the leg.
I want to get you some help, all right? She said she shot herself in the leg, and she wanted us to shoot her, and that she wanted to just die.
According to the incident reports, Thomas had 3 other rounds in the magazine of the firearm, along with another magazine and a folding knife.
We do have one up in the ceiling.
Nearby, police find another bullet in the ceiling. The report indicating Thomas intended to shoot herself and missed. All of this happening with people nearby.
What does this tell us about the security at our own airport?
What it really speaks to is it's a public area.
Jeffrey Price is a professor of aviation and aerospace science and an expert on airport security.
Public areas are the hardest to defend because they're open to the public. Anybody can go in there.
Price says after shootings inside airports like this one, there is routinely discussion about moving security checks to the front entrance.
But all you've done is relocate the public area. And in some cases, you've relocated them to a place that's even more dangerous.
That place is where cars drop off and pick up people. He says the reality, airports are heavily staffed in security that can quickly reach a shooter. And as for what you should do if this ever happens while you're in an airport,
The standard run, hide, fight sort of response is something everybody should know.
Jeremy Finley, WSMV4 investigates.
A spokeswoman for the airport did send a statement praising the response of the officers and the volunteer who helped de-escalate the shooter. Thomas was taken to the hospital. She later entered a plea deal for reckless endangerment with a weapon. Her attorney did not return our request for an interview.
Dumb as hell. Shoot herself in the damn leg. What an idiot. What an idiot. Why wouldn't they just have metal detectors at the front entrance when you walk in? Dumb. Here's another Nashville story. A serial attacker repeatedly hits a man in the head at East Nashville laundromat. Watch, this guy's just going to be standing here minding his own business. Situational awareness, people. It'll keep you alive. No audio on this video. Boom. I don't know what he hit him with right there. But he's getting like a metal pipe or something, a metal bar. And I don't know if this is a child right here. Is that his kid? Yeah, it's a kid right here. Trying to climb in the laundry buggy, being silly. How kids do. And dude just runs right up and busts that fucking head open. I don't know if I can even show this. I'm going to show that on the Rumble show later. Make sure y'all follow me over on Rumble. Get into the other stuff that may be a little more exciting to some. Let's do this one here. Another Nashville story. 3 convicted after kidnapping and murder for hire scheme. Three convicted after kidnapping, murder, Nashville couple in complex murder for hire scheme. Let's read this beast. Federal jury returned guilty verdicts against 3 men indicted in a murder for hire scheme, announced the United States Attorney Henry C. Leventis for the Middle District of Tennessee. Eric Mand, 48, and Byron Brockway, 48, both of Austin, Texas, and Adam Carey, 32, of Richlands, North Carolina, were convicted of murder for hire with the death resulting after a 2.5-week jury trial. Brockway and Carey were also convicted of conspiracy to commit kidnapping and kidnapping with death resulting after a 4th member of the conspiracy, Gilad Peled, 49, of Austin, Texas, had previously pleaded guilty to the same charges and agreed to cooperate with the United States by testifying at trial. So 4 people altogether. Dude, it's scary, son of a bitch right here. Look at them eyes, boy. Ladies, you want this your man right here? You want this what you're looking for? According to evidence admitted at the trial, Mand had previously had an extramarital affair with Holly Williams of Nashville. In March of 2020, William Lanway, also of Nashville, attempted to extort Mand about his affair with Williams. And at that time, Mand was an executive for his family's mobile automotive dealership in Austin, Texas. Mand hired Peled to respond to the extortion attempt. Peled in turn hired Brockway and Carey to go to Nashville to investigate Lanway and Williams. Peled testified at trial that when Lanway's efforts to extort Mand persisted, Mand agreed to pay Brockway and Carey $100,000 each to murder Lanway and Williams. So he was going to snitch on him about that affair, and he said, you know what, this motherfucker's $200,000 worth me getting rid of him. I don't know if I'd go that far. Ain't nothing that good. I'm sorry, it couldn't have been that good. The evidence showed that Mand wired Peled, who acted as the middleman for the scheme, $150,000 on March 12, 2020, and the day the murders occurred. On the same day, Brockway and Carey kidnapped Williams and Lanway from outside of Williams' apartment complex in West Nashville and drove them to a nearby construction site where they were murdered. Wow. The victims' bodies were found on the morning of March 13th, 2020, inside Williams' vehicle. Over the course of the next year, Mand wired Peled an additional $900,000 as payment for the scheme, and Peled withdrew the cash to pay Brockway and Carey for their roles. We're committed to aggressively prosecuting violent crime in Middle Tennessee, and I'm very pleased that the men responsible for these murders have finally been held accountable for their deplorable actions. Commend the offers, da-da-da-da-da. This investigation began with the discovery of 2 murder victims, Holly Williams and William Lanway, inside of a vehicle off a construction road in West Nashville on Good Friday, 2020. Months of outstanding investigative work. That was a whole lot of investigating to figure out who killed those people, I'm sure. But they put the paper trail right to themselves, wiring the money straight to the guy on the day of the shit, too. Like, make it more obvious, please. They all face a mandatory life sentence in federal prison. They'll be set for separate sentencing hearings sometime in 2024. Peled will also be sentenced in 2024, where U.S. District Judge William L. Campbell Jr. will take his cooperation into consideration as part of the ultimate sentence. Crazy as hell. Ain't nothing that good, dude. You gonna try to hire somebody to kill 2 people just because they don't want to? Gonna tell your wife probably about your affair? I don't think so. People are dumb. Let's do another Nashville story here. An armed, registered sex offender accused of trying to kidnap an 11-year-old off the porch. This your weirdo right here trying to kidnap an 11-year-old. Nashville detectives last week charged parolee and registered sex offender Cordarius Caldwell, 28, with especially aggravated kidnapping following an October incident where he allegedly tried to take an 11-year-old girl from her East Nashville home. See what I tell y'all about East Nashville, man? These people come from out of town. They don't know where they're coming to. During an interview with Youth Services Detective Trey Marlowe today, Caldwell admitted to forcibly pulling the girl off her porch and taking her down the street. The girl was able to flee after a neighbor tried to intervene. Caldwell, who has an extensive criminal history, was taken into custody on Hampton Street, where he had been tased by officers after he attempted to flee. He had a loaded handgun in his pants. So the guy that tried to stop him, he don't know that these people are armed, man. I don't know how many people go try to kidnap people and they're not armed, you know? They know somebody's going to try to stop them or the victim's going to try to get away. Additional charges of being a felon in possession of a weapon and resisting arrest were also placed. He has been held in a lieu of $82,500 bond. Dude, I'd say no bond. Why the fuck you want to give an armed kidnapper any kind of bond for? He can't be trusted, obviously. And he was a parolee on top of that. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Check this shit out here. Taylor Swift's Rio de Janeiro tour scarred by deaths, muggings, and heat-related illnesses. You seen this? You heard about this? The deaths of 2 people now. One, it was just one the other day. On the very first show, the deaths of 2 people now. Heat-related illnesses and other misfortunes have left legions of Taylor Swifties angry and disappointed. Oh boy, don't get them mad now. Here's a picture here. Taylor Swift fans wait for the doors of the Nilton Santos Olympic Stadium to open for her Eras Tour concert. November 18th. So it just kicked off the other day. Gabriel Monjanot Santana Medloem Santos, 25, a fan who had traveled from the country's center west region to see Swift, was stabbed to death on a Copacabana beach about 3 a.m. Monday, police said in a statement. That ain't heat exhaustion. That's straight up murder, man. It was the second death of a Swift fan in 4 days. On Friday, the 23-year-old Ana Clara Benavides Mercado fell ill during the singer's first show in the city and died later that evening at the hospital. See, that was the first one. Fans also reported fainting from extreme heat, being mugged, or getting caught up in a police raid. Wow. You know how the cops are down there too. They're corrupt as fuck. You don't want to be down there in Rio de Janeiro to go see the Taylor Swift concert, and now you're getting sex trafficked and shit. Your family calling them on the phone. Now you're being held hostage, trying to get that ransom money up. I hope it was worth it. Rio's multiple municipal health department said Benavides, who, according to a friend, passed out during the Swift's second song, Cruel Summer. Wow, how ironic is that? Experienced cardiorespiratory arrest, but the exact cause of her death is not yet known. Rio's Forensic Medical Institute examined the body Saturday and said additional laboratory tests had to be conducted. The online news site G1 reported. In a statement posted on Instagram, Swift said Benavides' Ziz's death left her with a shattered heart. Before the show Friday, fans lined up for 4 hours outside the Nilton Santos Olympic Stadium, where temperatures soared to 41 degrees Celsius. Goddamn, 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Sweating. With a heat index of nearly 138. Wow. Inside the stadium, concertgoers complained of unbearable heat, and some said they had difficulty getting access to water. And you know how it is in the States, man. They got those little sprinkler systems for us. They got little water places all over the place now. Just for reasons like this. You don't want to have a lawsuit being one of those venues that host one of these events and then have a bunch of people die on your watch because you weren't being proactive. I didn't imagine my dream would turn into a nightmare. Said a fan, Calicia Menendez. Menendez. I can't pronounce these names for shit. Who told R7 TV that she had gotten stuck with hundreds of other people on one of the ramps to the VIP area as security officers blocked the entrance. Once security let them through, she said people started running and she fell on a hot metallic floor that burned her leg. Yeah. And that hot-ass Rio de Janeiro sun, man. They ain't got the kind of amenities that we have here, I wouldn't imagine. Many people fell, burned themselves. The floor is literally hot lava. Ultimately, that night's show was postponed after tens of thousands of fans had spent hours lining up in the heat. Wow. Swift announced on Instagram that it was necessary due to the extreme temperatures. So probably by the time it got cooler and it was getting dark outside, they said, you know what, it's time to peace out. Fan who identified herself as Julia Alvarenga said that she was upset that Swift didn't decide to cancel earlier. Well, nobody didn't know what the temperature was going to be. You live there. You can make grown-up decisions for yourself, whether you want to go out there and sweat it out. My friend, can you see how much I'm sweating? How all the pores in my body are dilated from the sweat? Alvarenga asked, visibly angry in the video posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, when she pointed to her waist, highlighting the extreme measures she had taken to attend a concert for which she knew she would stand in line for hours. I'm wearing a diaper, a geriatric diaper, she says, urging the artist to appear. Come on stage, I want to see you. Wow, so you got people out here wearing damn diapers, standing in the line, dropping dead of heat exhaustion, getting stabbed, getting robbed. I didn't know Taylor Swift was so fucking gangster. What the hell? It's wild going to a Taylor Swift concert. The postponement was followed by chaos outside the stadium. Under a light rain, a mass of concertgoers left the area, which is close to one of Rio's working class neighborhoods known as favelas. Videos shared on social media showed groups of pickpockets robbing fans of their belongings. Dude, like, you're in the lion's den out there, and they get all these Swifties coming to town. Look at these little hoes flying in. Girl, let's go to Rio.
Girl, let's go to Rio de Janeiro and see some Taylor Swift. They gonna be some fine motherfuckers out there too. Oh, hey, you got my damn purse.
Yeah, dumbass. What the hell? Dumb. Robbing the fans of their belongings, scenes not so unusual to Rio residents, but far from the postcards many tourists have seen of the Cidade Maravilhosa. Many took refuge inside a Burger King bathroom, ducking for cover under tables and behind the counter in the kitchen area. Heavily armed police raided the fast food restaurant's basement. They got a basement at Burger King? As loud sirens blared and those stuck outside the restaurant shouted. Some of those who were able to escape in taxis were overcharged by the drivers. Dude, everybody was getting it. You just a victim right there. You might as well just put a victim on your little ticket stub. Saturday's show was postponed to Monday night, but many who had traveled from other regions of Brazil and outside of the country had already made plans to leave earlier. Dude, could you imagine? Ain't no damn way. You went to a whole nother region just to see this bitch and all this wild shit's happening. We're not going to be able to make it, said Holly Olivares, a 41-year-old Venezuelan who had traveled from Panama. A lot of people wasted their journey. Wow. So then she wrote a little Taylor Swift's Rio de Janeiro concerts continue. Crazy. Crazy as hell. I wonder what this is. Let's see.
In case you missed this story, the pop star rolled into Rio Friday as a heat wave swept through Brazil. Temperatures climbed above 100 degrees during that concert, and videos on social media showed Swift even stopping the show to make.
Look, if it's hot, so if anybody says they need water when it's this hot, they truly need it. Wow.
Her fans did get some water. At one point, she even threw water into the crowd herself. Unfortunately, a 23-year-old fan did become ill at that concert and later.
Nobody planned for nothing. That one girl had that one big water bottle. It's going to last her for 6 months.
Passed away. The singer addressed the tragedy with this message on IG, saying she was just devastated. Her heart was broken, and it goes out to the lady's family and friends. Swift postponed Saturday night's show, returning to the stage last night. And concert organizers made changes as well, pushing back the start date, setting up extra.
I mean, it's more professional looking than I thought. You know what I mean? I'm picturing a fucking desert with a half a tent. You know what I mean? This is professional shit here. Why don't they have water for these people? Get Mr. Beast to go out there and put some wells around this damn property right here so you can get some water going. What's up, Sonya?
Tents and handing out free water. Swift will now play a third show tonight, which means she won't be in attendance for tonight's Eagles.
Sonya says, fun fact, fans have been camping out in tents for 5 months since June in Argentina to secure spots as close to the stage as possible at the Estadio River Plate Stadium. Wow. People crazy as hell, man. Ain't no band that damn good. I love Every Time I Die, but when they were passing out them masks and all them shots, I wouldn't go to one of them shows. I love y'all fools, but there ain't no damn way. You think I'm going to stand in line for 6 months? Travel across the Rio Grande to go see some people? Nope. I'll make up my own damn music before I do all that. Crazy as hell. For thousands of fans. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Exactly. Craig Jacob says Taylor Swift coming to town and bringing hell with her. Bringing hell with me, you hear? That's a great movie. Dude, that's a great point too. Craig says, I wonder how much those tickets were. Dude. Thousands of dollars, I'm sure. Ain't no damn way. I'd be pissed off if I was I mean, you're a multi-million-dollar artist. You're already making big time money. You're not really losing a whole lot. Make that shit affordable. More people want to come see your shows. This $500 ticket shit's got to go, man. That's stupid. It ain't like the artist got that much better, you know? No way. Yeah, exactly. Stand and possibly your life, for sure. SC said I wouldn't do that for Michael Jackson's reanimated corpse. Remember when they did the whole what was the thing, like the fake AI or the hologram is what they called them when they dancing out there on stage and they had Michael Jackson dancing? Even that shit was creepy. Like everybody's getting all excited about it. I'm like, man, that's just weird, man. Let him die, man. Let him be done with it. I think they did Tupac too. I'm sure Jada was happy about that. Sonia says in the United States, face value tickets to Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour range from $49 to $4.99 plus fees depending on the section. Thank you, Sonia. Best damn co-host on the internets. Let's watch this video here. Keep this train rolling. Chugga, 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 chugga. Toot, toot. Army officers helping migrants enter further into the U.S. after legally crossing the border. So what's going on here is possibly violating a federal court order. U.S. government was ordered to stop degrading Texas barbed wire and other walls built by Texas. So these are the things that Texas has built on the U.S. soil to keep these fools from coming over, even though they still want to come over. And you'll see these soldiers right here letting them come on across.
We have military helping migrants cross into the U.S. illegally. Chris, what is a public area? We're supposed to be here. I didn't say you guys.
Telling people to stay back and shit. Like, don't come over here filming us now.
This is our immigrants who are undocumented, are coming in our country, guys. Just so you know, we are at the Texas border, Eagle Pass, as we're filming right now. There are a bunch of immigrants just crossing the borders, and our military is more than happy to help.
Like, they're standing on this barbed wire. That's dangerous as fuck. Lay your ass open.
Following the orders can get a country. Exactly. And I bet that these three men don't even like this, but women and children as well. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's kids involved there too. Like, none of these people are doing your job. Dude, get these fools back. I don't get it, man.
Just let's talk to let's ask them where they come from. Let's talk to them. Yeah. Hey guys, Spanish? Can you ask them where they came from?
It don't matter where they came from. They need to fucking go back. Sonia says Taylor's net worth at the $1 billion mark as she rakes in an unprecedented 85% of concert proceeds, which is said brings her 10 to 13 million per every single concert. That's amazing. More money, more money, more money. She's getting that damn money. Speaking of these migrants, check them out in New York City right there. Shout out to Viral News NYC for this clip in this story. Let's read it right here. Follow them over there on Twitter. Viral News NYC. Manhattan, NYC, migrant crisis. Hundreds of migrants, illegal aliens, sleep outside in the cold, stacks on top of each other using cardboard boxes to shield them from the cold. Soon the weather will get much colder. African migrants stated they wanted to work and they needed working papers to do so. Chinese migrants state that they sit around all day with nothing to do. New York City officials have been stating for months that the migrant crisis is unsustainable without aid from the federal and state government. Look at that shit here. They're just, dude, they are fucking stacked on each other. It's going to get cold soon. And some people might go to shelters. Check out them Amazon boxes. This is amazing to me. Like, none of the higher ups, no government officials don't give any two shits about this. I'd be running this on a network show every single day, all day long. You can't even walk. I mean, at least they got a little bit of space right here. I mean, Venezuela is hot. Rio de Janeiro is hot. Mexico is hot. They're going to be freezing their ass off here soon in New York City. New York City? Yeah, freezing that ass off. Check this footage out I didn't see before of old Judas. Little Mikey Pence. He's getting a gold coin and an elbow bump from Nancy Pelosi. Did anybody remember seeing this in 2020? I didn't see the coin pass off, but I did see the little elbow bump. Watch him right here. He's going to get his little gold coin. There's a little something for yourself. Get your laundry done. Watch right here. He's got it in his hand now. Boom. Oh, what's that? Yeah, that's your executive washroom card there, sir. I appreciate that. I'm going to go in there and break it off here in a little bit. Thank you. Gotta get some elbow there for you, Michael. Wretched beast. Traitors, the lot of you. Sonia says, Rebel, where you're able to see that post I tagged you in. It's about the border. I don't know. Let's go find out. Let's go to Instagram. Would it be on my messages, Sonia? It should be in my messages, but I don't see it. Will you send it to me again if you can? Or maybe it's on my notifications. Nope, you have to send it to me again. I don't have it. While we're waiting on Sonya to do that, thank you guys so much for being here. I definitely appreciate y'all. Shout out to them rebels. Kaboom. I may not be back on Thursday because we're going to have Thanksgiving. I hope everybody has a good time with their families. Thank you guys for being here with me tonight. You can get this on your favorite podcasting platforms. Spotify, Apple iTunes, all that fun stuff. Just type in Rebel Without a Reason. I should pop up there for you. Shout out to the moderators. Holding it down. Anthony McQuaid, Atomic Tabasco, Cat F, Zeta Witch's Cane Sword, Latina and Cali, and the beautiful Miss Sonia Scrapbook. The best damn co-host on the internets. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Sonia's going to send me that here in just a second. Oh, yeah, I got a good one for starting off the Rumble show, so I want everybody to jump over there fairly quickly when we get ready to go. Here goes Biden. Saying he likes kids better than people.
And by the way, I like kids better than people. I wish I could stay and watch Wonka with you, but I'm not going to get to do that. And by the way, I like kids better than people. I wish I could stay and watch Wonka with you, but I'm not going to get to do that.
Oh, he was disappointed, you could tell. But I'm not going to get to do that. I want to smell everybody in there, you weirdo. You're fucking weird guy. Sonia sent it on. Send it on Twitter, Sonia. Yeah, it wasn't on my notifications, though. Yeah, I just played that one. Where were you, Sonia? I just played that one. That one there of the people going over the border. Just played it. Thank you, though. I played it, though, sweetheart. Thank you so much. that the same one you're talking about, Sonya? Because we just played it. She said, I'm sorry, I'm back and forth in the kitchen. My bad. As you were. Hey, no problem. Continuing on. Let's watch this reporter here. I think this is a Newsmax reporter. It's going to ask Jean-Karine Pierre all the hard-hitting questions.
I want to ask about...
This man didn't kill himself, by the way.
In February, the president conducted an interview with, I believe it was Telemundo, and he was asked about the dismal state of his job approval ratings. And he answered in words to this effect, do you know anyone that believes the polling these days? And he talked in some detail about the difficulty of getting people on the phone and compiling accurate polling. Whenever you're asked about the president's dismal job approval ratings, you say we're not going to look at polls. We look at his accomplishments. And yet when you are asked about various domestic policy initiatives, you will say these poll very well. People support what the president wants to do. If you look at the individual subjects on the polling, they support what the president's agenda is. So once and for all, are only certain polls valid in your eyes, the ones that support your agenda, or is the polling data that shows that President Biden has been stuck for 2 years at the low 40s in his approval ratings, are those valid? Polls that show that the electorate at large and also significant majorities within the Democratic Party believe that the president is too old. The polls that show the American people and also significant majorities within the Democratic Party don't want him to run again. And the polls that show his handling of the economy, foreign policy, all of these dismal polls, his job approval ratings, does the White House have any basis to challenge the accuracy of that polling?
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. That young man didn't kill himself. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I definitely appreciate y'all. We're going to jump over to the Rumble channel, so make sure you hit that link that's in the chat box right there. Go over to rebelwithoutareason.com and hit that link that's right there. We're going to run over to Rumble and do some fun stuff. Thank all my YouTube folks for being here. I definitely appreciate y'all. I'll be back at 7 on, no, not this Thursday, sorry, but probably next Tuesday then. Click that link to go to the Rumble show, everybody. Let's go, let's go. Thank you guys for being here. Peace out, YouTube. I'll see you guys later. Shout out to the new folks that came in. Craig, Jacob, and Stanton. Thank you guys so much. I will see y'all next time. Let's go to Rumble. Peace out, YouTube.
Let's get ready.